Some encouraging news today when it comes to COVID-19 in our state as cases keep going in the right direction. Plus, some parents are making their voices heard about reopening in-person learning in the state. And guess what? It is National Lazy Day. We have some ways you can honor the day with very little effort. 12 and 12 starts right now. 12 minutes, no commercials, and now we are live statewide. So a big shout out to all of our viewers in Tucson. We're on TV and on the go on the 12 News app, Facebook, and YouTube. Hey guys, it's Tram here. Let's give you a live look outside now. Another hot and dry day across the state, which means fire danger remains high. Let's check in with Team 12 meteorologist Crystal Henderson for your forecast 411.
We haven't even polished off this excessive heat warning, which is going to cling on until 8 o'clock tonight for Phoenix Metro and the lower elevations of Gila County. And we're already sounding the alarms for another excessive heat alert for 5 million of your closest friends. And this one's going to have some serious staying power stretching from this Wednesday through at least the weekend, with even hotter temperatures that could be smoking some record highs. We're talking temps as high as 116 in our hottest spots. So this is going to be adding to our excessive heat tally. Today marks day number 29 spent under an excessive heat warning this year. But with that new one staring us down, we're going to be pushing closer to the records, which the record alerts issued was set last year at 10, and record days, that's reserved for 2010. We hope that stays the record at 36. But boy, are we going to be getting close. And gorgeously stunning stormy scenes like this are going to be exclusive to archived photos like this one and your dreams. So I hope you have wonderful weather dreams, because our monsoon just is not delivering. We could see the spottiest storm erupt in the highest elevations of the far eastern edges of our state, but that's about it, as dry weather remains the theme. We're 110 plus in the valley over the stretch of the next few days, 105 plus for southern Arizona, near 90 in the White Mountains, and mid 80s in northern Arizona.
Well, turning now to the latest on the coronavirus and how it's affecting Arizona. We're seeing another drop in reported cases. The Arizona Department of Health Services reported 600 new cases yesterday, a recent low compared to past weeks. We've seen a decrease in cases every day in the last week. Right now, COVID-19 patients in intensive care units is at the lowest number since June 16th. Sadly, though, 4 more Arizonans have died from the virus, bringing the statewide total to 4,154. Many Arizona schools are back to learning. However, that also means that there is also a lot of concern as Governor Ducey is set to mandate, or rather suggest, that in-person should start on August the 17th. Here now is more from Jen Wall.
This gathering is being called the Green Rally, advocating for students to get back inside of Arizona classrooms. Now, this comes as Arizona's top education official says it's unlikely the state will reopen classrooms when Governor Doug Ducey's executive order expires because of coronavirus concerns. The Green Rally group on Facebook has about 5,000 members so far. Their goal to push for in-person learning options for families and educators who want to be in the classroom. Now, group organizers say they want individual education needs assessed, with more choices opened to meet those needs. Tonight's meeting, headlined by Arizona Republican Senator Sylvia Allen and KTAR's Mike Broomhead. There's also a change.org petition that has more than 8,800 signatures and growing. The petition calls for no more postponement of Arizona in-person learning. It cites concerns of student mental health, lack of resources for students in need, work schedules of parents, and more, with the only online option. Now, the in-person classroom push comes as State Superintendent Kathy Hoffman has said, quote, "We should not expect or ask the majority of Arizona's students and teachers to make a return to school facilities until the spread of COVID-19 is under control." Now, tonight's rally is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. here at the state capitol. For now, we're in Phoenix. Jen Wall, 12 News.
Jen, thanks. Now here's Dr. Frank Lavecchio from Valley Wise Health Medical Center with the one thing you need to know about the COVID-19 pandemic today, including a takeaway from COVID cases popping up during baseball season.
I think what we're seeing in Major League Baseball is a good lesson for us. Major League Baseball has almost unlimited resources, with regards to testing, with regard to monies, with regard to making sure people isolate and trying to watch them. And even then, we can't stop the coronavirus from penetrating into teams, et cetera. As of August 1st or so, we've seen about 13% of all games canceled because somebody on the team got COVID-19. When you hear that, you're like, well, 13%, a little over 1 in 10. But if you put it in perspective, think about what's going to happen at schools where you can't test as frequently, so you can't monitor as frequently.
That's where we take a deeper dive into today's headlines. Since the start of the pandemic, health experts have been talking about a possible second coronavirus wave during flu season, but it might not actually be as bad as they originally thought. Let's connect the dots.
Public health experts are bracing for the worst case scenario this winter, a flu outbreak in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. But there is hope a viral tsunami won't happen. Let's connect the dots. In the winter, viral diseases tend to spread more easily, but there is some hope that the flu won't be quite as bad this year. In Australia, where it's actually winter right now, officials report a big decrease in hospitalizations for non-coronavirus infectious diseases. A top autoimmune disease expert says that's thanks to all our efforts to stop the coronavirus. Between the mask wearing, the hand washing, and the social distancing, we are actually stopping other viral outbreaks as well. That doesn't mean we should not be worried about the flu. In fact, that same expert says we should all get flu shots this year. While the coronavirus is proving more deadly, the flu still kills tens of thousands of people in the U.S. every year. And that is Connecting the Dots.
And with new info coming out almost by the minute, we know it's tough to keep up. You can find the latest details about the coronavirus and how it's affecting Arizona on our 12 News app. New numbers released by Phoenix Police show some violent crimes are on the rise, police describing it as a significant change. Team 12's Matt Uris joins us now with a closer look at the numbers.
The numbers released by the department's Crime Analysis and Research Unit compare the first 6 months of 2019 to the first 6 months of 2020. Big picture, violent crimes are up and property crimes are down. More specifically, assaults are up by 25%. In such cases, guns are the weapons used by suspects 42% of the time. Homicides also increased by 25%. Out of the almost 100 homicides this year, 24 are related to domestic violence compared to just 10 in 2019. That's a 140% increase. The overall spike in homicides is not unique to Phoenix. The Wall Street Journal documented the increase, finding homicides were up 24% in the nation's 50 largest cities. Police and a family health expert we spoke with places at least some blame on the pandemic.
The COVID stay-at-home orders don't create family violence, but families where there's already been violence don't have the resources now that they used to have.
On a positive note, burglaries continue to trend down, as has been the case since 2011. Theft and rape cases are also down. In Phoenix, Matt Uris, 12 News.
Well, several small communities north of the valley are under level 1 evacuations after a wildfire sparked west of I-17. Right now, firefighters are working to gain control of the Bumblebee fire. As of now, it's burned 2,900 acres and is nearly 85% contained. People living in Bumblebee, Cleator, and Crown King should be on alert, ready to leave at a moment's notice. Vice President Mike Pence will visit Arizona this week. This is video of him while he was in the state just last month. Tomorrow's visit will be quick. He's stopping in 3 cities, Tucson, Mesa, and Phoenix, before heading back to D.C. tomorrow night. Well, we should find out who will complete the 2020 Democratic presidential campaign ticket. Presumptive presidential nominee Joe Biden is expected to announce his running mate this week. Biden previously said he would choose a female among the women rumored to be top contenders: Congresswoman Karen Bass, former UN Ambassador Susan Rice, and Senator Kamala Harris. Biden served 8 years as former President Obama's vice president. Joe Biden's wife, Jill, says she also plans to return to teaching if she becomes First Lady. Jill Biden holds a doctorate in education and is a community college professor. She took a leave of absence this year as she campaigns for her husband. Jill Biden said in an interview that aired on CBS Sunday Morning, quote, "If we get to the White House, I'm going to continue to teach," end quote. It would not be the first time Jill Biden would have to balance official duties with her professional work. She taught English at Northern Virginia Community College during the 8 years her husband was VP. Now here are the stories piquing everyone's interest. America's Got Talent Simon Cowell is on the mend after breaking his back over the weekend. The 60-year-old entertainment mogul took a tumble after testing a new electric bike in the courtyard of his Malibu home. Cowell underwent surgery and, according to a spokesman, is doing fine. Celebrity chef and TV personality Rachel Ray, her husband, and their dog are safe today after a fire ripped through their updated New York home overnight. A representative for Ray says the house suffered damage, although no word yet on the extent. Hours prior to the fire, Ray shared pics of the meal she and her friends were having during a golf outing. Ray has been making meals at her home in Lake Luzerne since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out. Hey, a big congrats this morning for actor Chris Pratt and his wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger, who, according to People magazine, welcome a baby girl. This is their first child together. The couple got married in June of last year. Schwarzenegger's brother confirmed the news to Entertainment Tonight. Pratt also shares the son with his former wife, actress Anna Faris. Well, feel free to procrastinate and put things off until later. That's because today is National Lazy Day. Okay, so not much is known about this annual observance because researchers just feel like working on the subject. Go figure. The top rule for National Lazy Day is if you can't reach it, you don't need it. For those who don't want to self-identify as lazy, another word could be relaxed. I like that. The official exercise of National Lazy Day is diddly squats. Oh, if only every day could be National Lazy Day. That's your 12 at 12, the facts on everything you need to know in just 12 minutes, no commercials. We're always on, anywhere, anytime.